Welcome to Fairy Tale Access, where the head fairy's quest is to prove that fairy tales do exist in actual time rather than once upon a time. Together, we will unravel the heroes, young and old, who turn dreams into reality. These are the people who still believe in happily ever after. The discoveries will bend even our most cynical non-believers into believing in fairy tales. Hi, welcome to Fairy Tale Access. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Sandeep Sharma. He is from Sharma Engineering International, and we're going to talk about sports manufacturing, equipment, and exporting it. Hi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's pleasure.
So, Sandeep, how did you get into this business?
By profession, I am a mechanical engineer, and I used to be a designer after my studies. And during my jobs, I thought that being as a job doer in a company is not going to satisfy my dreams. So I thought of being a businessman, and I started to do my own business in a sports field.
Are you a sports fanatic yourself? Do you play the sports that you make equipment for?
I play cricket especially, and cricket is and hockey is played in India very well. But I make different sports equipments like lacrosse goals. I hope you know lacrosse goals.
I know lacrosse. That's
Yes,
great, but you're really young. How old were you when you started your business?
I was about 22.
22. So
Yes,
how long have you been in business?
it's been about 6 years.
6 years. Congratulations. So give us a
Thank
little
you.
bit insight into what type of manufacturing you do for the equipment that you make.
Right now, on a different sizes like 3 by 3 feet by 3 feet and 6 feet by 6 feet and 4 feet by 4 feet, and some other sizes are also there, and we also make soccer goals, but big production is going on lacrosse goals especially.
Well, how many employees do you have working for you?
Meaning people,
Yes.
we have about 17 people here working for us,
Hmm.
and I hope we'll be growing more in upcoming years with your good blessing.
That's great. I hope so too.
Thank you.
Now, what goes into the manufacturing of lacrosse parts, like making the goal and
It's
what's the
a great process involved in it, and each and every part has a certain inspection level from the beginning, meaning from the cutting of steel tubes till the packing of goalpost. Each and every stage we have inspection team which only handles inspection after each and every process. Like if we cut a tube, then there is certain instructions which is to be followed by inspector. Otherwise, we have problem in the overall size of the goal in the end if we don't take care of the product.
That's
So
great.
we have to be curious for that.
So what city are you located in India?
We are in Meerut, that is well known in Uttar Pradesh state in India. It is biggest state in India.
Wow, what's it popular for?
It's popular for sporting goods equipment manufacturer.
Wow, and is
Yes.
that where you grew up?
Yes,
Oh, so you had the community influence around you before you got into your
absolutely.
business.
Yes.
And what's the policy of your processes to improve the product?
Our major policy is to maintain the quality and satisfy our customer needs. As per our customer needs, we make lacrosse goals or other goals, whatever product they require and do customization also. But major thing is quality, and second thing is the cost of product, but that is secondary. First is quality maintenance. We don't compromise with quality.
How long do goalposts like that usually last?
Meaning the how long do they last?
Yes, because they're outdoors a lot, right? So it's exposed to the elements and things like that.
If we talk about club goalpost, which is 6 feet by 6 feet, what I personally know, it will last about if a team play about each second day, then I think it will go last
So about how
3
many,
years, 5 years, I
really?
think. Yes.
Wow. What about the nets on them? What kind of materials are they made out of?
Nets are made out of polypropylene material and that is very strong. You cannot tear it by hands either, by your full force. You cannot tear that. Even on the frame, you if you hang on that about 100 kg person or 120 kg, it will not bend even.
Really? Wow.
Yes, yes.
And do they have to replace the nuts more often than the steel frame of it?
Well, if that is torn by some reason or cut by some reason, then they have to be replaced. Or if that gets very dirty, and if user wants to replace, yes, of course, it needs to be replaced.
Oh, that's great. So they're replaceable. And tell us about the labor that works for you. What are some common things that, you do for your workers?
The main thing what I do when I used to be in my job duration, meaning when I used to be job doer, I was working for some other company. There was many things which I didn't used to like in the companies. Like in that company, people used to, meaning management used to do, if I get late by 1 minute, 3 times in a month, then I'll be paid 1 day less for that single minute.
Really? They're really strict.
Yes, yes, but that's strict, but in some definitions, it's wrong in my point of view. So there are many factors which I try to make them correct as per labor, and I make it good. And also I give gifts to my laborers if they advise me good things, meaning whenever they advise me for a good process, that sir, this work should be done like this, not like this. And if they say, Sandeep sir, you are wrong in this process, I hear them carefully, and if they are correct, I accept that and I reward them.
That's
So that's
great.
my policy of work.
Very good. And have you had all the same employees for the last 6 years?
It's been only, I think, in single person changed,
A
only
single,
one person.
only one person?
Yes.
Wow. And as an engineer, do you create some of the processes and equipment that actually make the product?
Yes, definitely. I on my own design the products. As a designer, I do designing on SolidWorks software, you know about that software. And I make process flow chart and inspection chart and ask them to the team to follow the instructions as per the design.
Oh, great.
So I make them on my own.
Now, what about the 3D modeling that you guys do? Can you tell us what that is?
Yes, 3D modeling is very interesting thing. Suppose we are going to make a this part, for example,
Hmm.
and if we directly make a mold for this, and suppose we have a question in our mind that it will go good or bad, then 3D modeling helps very well. We just need to make a model of this in software and make a sample using 3D printer. If that works very well, we can go with mold making. And if there is something wrong, we can change that. So that saves our money and time, which was supposed to be done on the mold. So it saves our time and money.
Wow. And what about shipping and exporting? Is that difficult between India and other countries, or like India to America? Is it easy to ship and export the goods?
India to America, it's easy, but in for some other countries, as I ship for New Zealand and UK, I did. So they require some specific requirements for shipping. Suppose I ship a pallet of wood, then they require a certificate of testing, some kind of that. I don't remember the name of that right now. So, but for other countries, they just need certificates from my own company, no other authorities. So different aspects are there in related to shipping also.
Oh, great. So you make it easy for the customer to get the goods.
Yes, definitely. That's why we try to provide them the terms like we ship to their port if they agree with that.
Wow. So that makes it
That
a lot easier.
yes, that depends on their choice. If they want to receive on our port, Indian port, that's good for us. And if they want to their port, we are agree with that also.
Great. Now, what are you doing for new development? What new products are you working on?
Right now, actually, I am planning for making the hurdles, and I am doing research and development on the same and doing testing,
Hmm.
but we have not finished that yet. And after we are finished, we are going to introduce that and send samples to our customers.
Great. So, why did you decide to be an engineer? What got you interested?
Uh, from very beginning, when as I remember, I love research and development, and that's if you know in mechanical engineering, it's huge, meaning research and development going on, meaning each and every day new work. So I loved engineering, and I choose mechanical engineering because I used to love machines, especially.
Really? So, all the
Yeah.
machines in your shop are these things that you've worked on and created?
Each and every machines I have been worked on, but nowadays I don't work on them, but I guide people when they need help from my side, my workers.
Wow. Any new products that you're going to be starting?
Yes, the hurdles and basketball ring are the major product right now, but I'm again repeating that we are specialized in making lacrosse goals and soccer goals. With no questions in our mind, we can make them and customize that without any problem.
Wow. Even for
Yes.
Little League
Yes,
players?
of course.
So, they are sized down and up for the age groups?
Yes, they are. There is one product name, I'm sorry, that is called Mini. That is 3 feet by 3 feet by 3.5 feet deep. So, and three two point, I'm sorry, 3 mm thick net is there with it, which is for kids.
Wow. How long is a workday for you?
I'm sorry.
How long is your workday in India?
That is 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
So regular 8 hour day, almost
Yes, regular.
eight and a half.
Yes,
Nice. And what is
and
the, oh, go ahead.
sometimes we do like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Depends on workload.
Great. So what is your city like when you're not working? What do you and your crew do in your city?
When I have time and don't work, I go with my wife and watch movies and go to clubs, meaning dancing clubs, and go to New Delhi. Have you heard of New Delhi?
Yes.
There are many places to visit there, like India Gate, and there is a masjid. This is an Indian world, very famous. Foreigner people also come there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you have a
Yes.
lot of tourists in your city?
Yes, many.
Wow. And what's the
Yeah.
main language spoken?
Hindi language is there, basic language.
Right. And how long did it take you to learn English so well?
It took me about eight years to do my practices, and as nowadays I am working with my foreign customers, so I am working on this and trying to make myself better in that.
Great. Do you speak any other languages?
No, but I speak local different language. I can't call that third language. No.
Great. What advice would you give young people that are interested in engineering as a field?
For new engineers, I would advise them to learn basic fundamentals of their engineers. Doesn't matter if they are mechanical engineer or electronic engineers, they should learn their basics because they are going to be used whole life if they are in engineering field further. So everything will come easier if their basic is good.
And follow their passions like you did.
Definitely, they should never go like if you are crazy for doing restaurant business and somebody else says you should be a doctor, so he should go with his instincts.
So, did you run into that problem when you started your own business? Did your parents get worried and say, no, you should stay at a secure job?
My parents never stopped me,
No.
never for any work, and I didn't ever disappointed them by doing some wrong work.
So, they weren't
So
nervous when you started your own company?
absolutely yes, they were nervous, and when I told them I'm going to resign from my current job, my 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 job was meaning very good and good salary. So they said, please think twice. But I wanted to do that. It was not related to money. It
Right.
was about passion.
And if you do what you love, the money will come later.
Definitely, definitely.
So, you
That's
love what
secondary.
you're doing. And what about the future? Building the company bigger?
Features?
Yes, your future with the company. Are you building it bigger, making it
Uh,
expand?
yes. Uh, Actually, as time will go, I'm planning to expand my organization. There are some things which are still needed, like we have to outsource some services. So I'm planning to do them in-house. So that will go as time goes. So I'll increase that. There are some foundations for me also currently.
Hmm.
So being a businessman, I have a plan for each and everything to increase.
That's great. There was something I didn't understand on your website. It was called SEI, like Sam Edward Ice. Those three letters together,
Sharma ENG, Sharma. That is
Sharma.
my name.
Right. Oh, so the
Sharma
SEI,
is the short
both.
form.
Ah, the short form. Uh,
Sharma Engineering International. SEI.
Oh, so, oh,
That is short.
that makes sense now. I thought it was something
Yeah.
like a component. All
No.
right. So, and Sharma is your last name, right?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Any last tips for young people thinking about opening their own business?
Yes. I would advise them to do a business, meaning they should start a business what they know the process about. Like for example, as I worked for a sports goods company for many years and I learned different aspects of shipping, designing, customer handlings. So they should go in a process where they have the knowledge of on their own. It should not be like somebody just said you should go this way. They should not go that way. They should do what they know by their experience.
What about customer service?
For customer services, um, like international customers, yes. Suppose I sent a product and if they have any problem with the part, so we have defined for the terms like if this part is scratched or not working, then we replace that
Even if it's
with no
scratched.
cost.
That's great.
Yes.
It sounds like you're building a great business over there in India. Thanks for sharing so
Thank,
much of what you do with us today. Appreciate it.
thank you very much.
My pleasure. Growing up, what was your favorite book of all time?
What favorite?
Favorite storybook? Was
Oh,
it
storybook.
Right? Was it something in Hindu mythology or
Shoe Dog.
Shoe Dog?
Phil Knight.
Really?
You know Phil Knight?
No, what was it about?
The Nike owner. His own story.
His own story? Really?
Yes, he. This is the book name he wrote. This is a USA bestseller.
Wow, I have to take a look at it. So
Yes, that's very great book. I can show you.
that's okay. I'll get a picture and add it.
Yes, that's really good. I would advise new businessmen also. That's great.
So it helped
Yeah,
you mold your business as well?
very much.
Fantastic. Thanks
Yes,
again.
yes. Thank you.
My pleasure. Until next time, keep asking questions. The answers are out there. Good luck making all those new choices. We'll see you soon.